Alright, so we got the putty. We've heated it up once, matted it all in. Now we're going to heat it up a second time. And then mix it again, and then it's got to sit for 15 minutes. So we'll get it heated up again, mat it all back up, let it sit for the time it's supposed to sit, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, I don't know how you can see me, but we got the putties setting up. Raylan and I are making our own little lures today, so I don't know how well you guys can see it, but that's one of the lures Ray's going to make. And then here's the other kind of design he wanted to go with. And then I'm going to make pretty much just a short-tailed worm once I get the pieces put together. But we're going to get them glued up while the putty finishes setting up. Once we get that done, we'll be back. We're going to get ours made now, and then when Katrina gets home, she's going to make hers, and sometime soon we'll go test them out and see if we can't catch something with them. Stay tuned. I got my 2 pieces made. Raylan made his 2 pieces. Raylan's are those. These ones are mine. Now we got to knead the putty for a couple minutes and then put it over it, and then it says to freeze it and let it get set up, froze. So we're gonna basically, I won't bore you going repeatedly on here, but just knead it for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, as long as it's not too hot. We let it sit for about 15, 16 minutes. Now we'll knead it, put it over the molds, and put it in the freezer for 20 minutes. So we'll be back in just a second. After playing around today, we've got Katrina's glittered guy. I don't know how well you guys can see it through the camera, but it sparkles real well. Then we got Raylan's first 2 that he made. The first 2 I made, and then while I was messing around, I just made this weird looking, ugly looking thing. But that's what we made today. Some of them are scented, some of them aren't, but we'll be back when we get to the pond and see if the fish like them. Alright guys, we're at another farm pond. As you know, we love to fish farm ponds, but today it's me, Katrina, and Raylan. I don't know if you guys can see them or not, but we're going to start out today with trying those little lures out that we made ourselves. So we're going to start fishing with those, and then depending on if we have any luck, we lose them or they just, nothing bites them, we'll switch lures up and stuff. So it's a little breezy, but we're going to get out, get everything going, and we'll be back. Alright, we're going to start off with just a little bouncer and red worm. See what happens. get out of the trees. All right. Homemade rubber lure on just a good old jig head. Fat little belly on this booger. There's fish number one for the day, and we haven't gave up the homemade lures yet, so awesome. All right, guys, so we're going through getting lures ready to stop by that other pond before the sun goes down. And just to warn you now, it's a pond we've already been to. We call it the baby bass pond because really that's about all we catch is baby bass. But we're gonna swing there and try some homemade lures out. So I'm gonna go with this little guy this time. And Katrina went back to hers that she already had on, which was a purple one. And then Raylan's gonna use this guy, but we're gonna cut him down to a smaller size since we're going to a pond that we know is mainly small bass. So we'll be back once we get there. All right, guys, we're here. We all got our homemade lures tied on. Where are you gonna fish at, Bud? Right here? Okay, good luck. You're gonna kind of fish near him?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I'm gonna work my way right over here a little bit. Okay? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of moss. All right, we don't have a long time to fish, but we're gonna see if we can catch a few more on homemade lures or not. Wasn't fully ready for that, but we got a fish. Like I said, we ain't gonna catch monsters here, but we're just testing out these little homemade guys. And so far, not crazy amount of, you know, like a fish every cast or something, but we've now caught two. One on this pond and one on that first pond we tried. We'll just have to wait and see. That guy was a little spunky about it. There's number two. Like I said, they're not monsters, but it's always fun. All right, fish number three. And downfalls, I think they're getting smaller. We'll see how long this lure lasts. Another little guy.
I didn't use them. You missed it. I got no. Yes. I didn't even do anything. I just caught it and tried to.
You got your camera on him?
Just looking.
Was your camera on? All right, Raylan got one on his homemade lure.
It's yours, Dad. You went over to mine. It's similar, however. Maybe it's brother. Got a nipple
Hey,
on your hand.
look at me. Show him off. Ray. All right, there's Raylan's little guy. Like I said, just using homemade lures. Show me the camera one last time, bud. Look at that little guy. All right, send him back. I don't even remember. I kind of quit counting fish. I think this is 5. Well, Raylan says it's 4. We'll have to go back and watch the video to see, but 4 or 5 fish. Lure's still holding up pretty good. It's not much small, you know. Like I said, these guys are tiny, but what else you gonna do? Sit at home? Might as well come out and catch a bass or 2. That's a wrap. That was my last cast. Sun's going down. It's getting chilly out, so we're gonna get ready to take off. If you watched the video, thanks once again. See you next time.